Hi, my name is Mark Anstead. I'm a senior at Gonzaga College High School, and I play attack, and I'm committed to play at Detroit Mercy.
Walk us through the recruiting process for you a little bit. Like, who are your final 3, 4 schools kind of going into the decision-making process?
My final three schools were Detroit Mercy, Monmouth, and Mercyhurst. And one of the main things that I was looking for in a school was to try and have a Catholic education, because I've received that at Gonzaga and I've really enjoyed it. And then one thing that really narrowed it down was the Jesuit education that you can get at Detroit Mercy, which is at Gonzaga, and I really love the aspect of that, and I'm expecting it to be very similar because I've heard great things about it and other Jesuit institutions.
So was that one of the big things on your checklist when you were going into these schools? So was that decision made before you even set on campus, or like was that? So basically, did that narrow it down? How you narrowed down to your final three?
I basically made a big pool of schools that I was looking at. I wanted to try and look at schools for my major, which I'm planning on going into business, and I wanted to try and look at schools that had that. And Detroit Mercy, Monmouth, and Mercyhurst, they all had it. So that was one big impact, and like just the feeling I got when I walked on campus was really inviting, and it's a lot like Gonzaga, and that's just what I loved about it.
So talk a little bit about, if kind of all three of the schools that were in your final three kind of had some of what you were looking for. What goes through your mind when you're trying to really narrow it down to, like, hey, where am I going to spend 4 years of college at?
I wanted to go to a school where I am going to enjoy, and as a lot of the coaches have said, you want to go to a school where you're going to love it, because if you don't, then you're not going to perform on the field well, you're not going to do well in the classroom, and you're just not going to be happy. And I just wanted to try to make a decision on where I would be the happiest.
And kind of talk a little bit about, or kind of if you were to go back and be able to do it again, or, to talk to some of the young guys that are coming up now, because I'm sure there's some 2017s that are starting to get interest. What's some advice that you would give them? Be like, hey, these are some things that I learned that you can probably benefit from.
The biggest thing is, as many people have said, is just to wait. A lot of the big schools, if you're a good player, they're going to throw out an offer at you really early, and they're going to put you on a timetable. That never happened to me because I was hurt, and I wasn't under that pressure. But a lot of kids are, and they're pressured into making that decision. And some people make the wrong choice way too early, and so you just want to be careful about what you're doing. You want to take your time.